And we're live. Okay. Hello all. Hello world. This is day 205 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Um, yeah, I'm on time for the first time in a hot second. Last time we technically finished the big HR rewrite, but we didn't do any debugging, so it breaks a lot of tests. This time we're gonna hopefully fix those tests. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Hopefully everything goes well and nothing completely fries itself in the process. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So if we look at the log, yeah, we did all that. We also did some format changes because, well, it was annoying me. Yeah, specifically it was because of some namespace rules that I didn't know about. So therefore we have to use like scope namespaces, which means we have to, I guess, preserve. We have to keep those in, which means I don't want those indented anymore. So that is a problem. So we have re-unindented them at least. So yeah, let's see what's breaking. If we build everything. That's all good. And then make test. Then a bunch of the tests fail. A bunch of the tests super fail, actually. A lot of them pass, but even the AST has some interesting things that have changed. So we can take a look at those. What the hell did I do? Okay, well, that's fine. I guess my bar is blue now. So if we do, does this work? Okay, so we need to fix linker stuff first, unfortunately, which is really annoying. I don't want to deal with linker stuff. Is there a, let's see. Okay, so we can still do this at least. So we'll fix the linker stuff in a second. For now, let's look at the tests that are failing. Call chain is breaking. So let's give it input call chain. So let's diff that with test regression expected call chain AST. Wait, what? Oh, we just don't parse that, I guess. Don't you get frustrated sometimes with the nonstop errors? Hell yeah, I do definitely get really irritated by it sometimes, but I mean, what else am I gonna do about it, right? I'm not just gonna like let them stay there. Obviously I have to like do something about it, right? So like either I make the changes to fix them, or I just have to deal with them. And I have to sit with them until I do decide I want to fix things. Okay, so we're not parsing that properly for some reason. Let's see. What could we be forgetting? Let's see. Let's go back to input. Maybe if we delete that. Or let's split screen it like this. Yeah, there we go. So if we delete that, and we do that, and then we can look at this. That still doesn't work. Interesting. So if we do this again, when will this generate? Oh, it just doesn't. Maybe I'm not parsing. What am I parsing wrong? Maybe this wasn't a great test to start with. S. Yeah, S is a great character. What's up, Sebel? apologies if I got your name wrong. Okay, wait, so when do we need... Maybe I'm not generating main properly. Yeah, so what if we... What if we do this? Okay, so we do have main. Okay, so that works fine. Maybe if we get rid of that. What's up, Izrith and JMac? Good to see you all. Okay, so this still breaks. Huh. Wait. Okay, so we found what's breaking our parsing, but why does this break it? This shouldn't be breaking it. That's not ideal. Okay, so this has to be in our assignment rule somewhere in our parser. Oh yeah, I'm back on the original keyboard that I've been using, because I wanted to use it for a bit. It's been a second since I've used it, so figured it would be nice. Let's see. Where do we even look for this? Probably probably not instruction. Expr, maybe? Do we define this expression? We definitely do. Wait. Yeah, here we do. What's up, Sloppy? Split ortholinear board? Hell yeah. One of my friends has one. If you remember Aiden from like some of the other streams, he shows up sometimes. He streams occasionally. He's the one that got me into streaming. He has an ortholinear board. I've been scared to try it, partially because I don't really care enough about keyboards for typing specifically compared to like playing Valorant, but yeah. Let's see. Why doesn't this parse? This should parse. Wait, so... Let's make another test. And then we do like a plus equals 1. Does this parse? Let's just give it foo. Okay, so it doesn't parse. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, a normal keyboard does perfectly fine for me. Maybe it's like I haven't been enlightened yet or something, but like, I don't know. I don't see too much appeal. The real question is when will you stop streaming once you land a job? I won't stop streaming. I might retire this series, but I won't stop streaming if that makes sense. Like, all that will happen is this series will like have a final video in like the in the playlist, but I will still do like I'll continue the stream series just like with a different title at least. Okay, so something is not parsing here. I think I did something wrong here. Yeah, what is the correct direction to parse? Maybe I need to put expert 10 at the bottom of the list instead. Like that. Right? Because the other place we did that was like this one. Yeah, maybe the order should be the other way then, huh? Just for sanity, we're gonna do this for now. Let's rebuild it and then let's try parsing this again. I don't know how to approach streaming stuff without confusing everyone, including me. That's so real. I think the big thing is just to give it a try. Like, if you go back to my first stream, half of it is literally like me struggling to set stuff up, and then like just like kind of fumbling around. So like I don't particularly think it's something to worry about. Like if it is something you really care about, like maybe you could like look into some sort of production. But like, if you're capable of just like yapping or just like describing what you're doing on the screen, I think that's probably the biggest thing. Yeah, it is a little bit daunting at first, but eventually you kind of get used to it. At least it's really not that bad. Okay, this parses now. So we're also gonna change this order as well, just to be precise. Yeah, I think it's at least worth a shot. Although the one thing is like, if you want to remain any semblance of like internet anonymity, this is like a permanent no going back like option. Or I guess like it's once you make a stream, you probably can like get away with it for like a couple streams, but like at some point you reach a threshold where it's like, I can't be anonymous anymore. So either become like a VTuber or like a PNG tuber or something, or at least like keep that in mind. But yeah, also like just something that I've been like kind of conscious about. A lot of people ask the same questions over and over. And this is like no fault of theirs. Like obviously someone that hasn't seen the series before is going to be like, what are you making? And it's very important to be patient with people and not to get annoyed by these sorts of questions. It obviously like it sucks having to like answer something over and over, but first of all, chat engagement is what drives your channel. And second, like if you just like put yourselves in their shoes, like they are confused as hell. And like they've showed up to a new channel, they don't know what you're making. The last thing you want to do is to like get mad at them, right? There's like, I remember seeing like a very specific streamer in the Valorant space frequently like blow up at chatters for asking like these sorts of like trivial questions that like quote unquote exist in the Q&A. But like at the end of the day, like just it doesn't hurt to be a little bit kind, you know? But yeah, that's like, anyway, end of tangent. Bottom line, just give it a try. I'm sure you'll be fine if you're thinking this consciously about it. What's up, Newt? You have a compiler internship this summer? Yes. I'll be writing code for a small trading firm, and it's a little scary, but hopefully it'll all be fine. Okay, so now if we do this test again. What did I do? Okay, WSL's taking a second. What's up, Skittles? Good to see you. Come on, WSL. It can't be that hard to work. Come on. I appreciate it a lot. Okay. There we go. Okay, it parses correctly now. Let's go. Okay, so... yeah, so now we can nuke all of that. What do we do here? Reorder expert parsing to work. Oh man, this keyboard sounds so much better as well. It just feels nicer as well. I don't know. Yeah, I guess like the big thing I'm scared of is like there's very little compiler support at the firm just because like it's very small. So I also like don't really know like how I'm gonna be optimizing a lot of stuff there as a compiler person. Like It's like, I don't know, a lot of like trading problems are very IO bound, and well, traditionally that's not what compiler is optimized for. IO bound as opposed to like compute bound. So I'm a little bit scared of that. We'll have to see what happens. I think there just like isn't really much in the way of support. Worst case, I just do like C++ development, which would still be pretty cool. But yeah, it'll be interesting at least. If there are any like FPGA people or or ASIC people, that might be fun. That might give me something interesting to learn about. But yeah, I'll have to reach out to them. Actually, yeah, I should do that. Let me write a note for myself. I should reach out to them after the stream. Yeah, I also know like zero about FPGA/ASIC design, so like that is also a very large barrier to what I would be able to do at least. What's up, Max? I survived finals, I think. Hell yeah, that's very good to hear. Get some rest. Right, notes by hand. I have a sticky notepad because I'm going to. Sticky notes are for like my. Sticky notes are like my L1 cache. Or I guess L2 cache. And then like Notion is like L3. I think whenever I handwrite something, I'm like, it is like impossible for me to defer it for very long. Okay, what else do we need to do? Make test. Okay, that test always fails. Why is LEA taking so long? That's scary. Something's gone wrong. Uh-oh. Classic Hello World of FPGA? That might be interesting, yeah. I'll try to slot things in as the internship starts up. Architecture nearly defeated me but came out on top? Hell yeah, let's go. What's up, Sleep? Okay, so all of the AST... Oh, one thing does not parse properly. Yeah, you'll be fine. Let's see, what do we want to do? Source... Front end... Or wait, what if we just do install bin panic? Oh, right, yeah, I remember why we can't do that. Right, okay. Let's go back up here. Let's give it... What test was failing? Inst combine. We can do ast diff, or let's actually just split screen this. That looks fine so far. And then wait, so let's let's look at inst combine. I don't know, looks about the same to me. Huh. Are y'all seeing any differences? I don't see any differences. That's very odd. Oh, wait, why is this negative? Wait. Wait, why isn't this negative? This is wrong. Wait. What? Have I had this bug this whole time? Is that what's... Hold up. Wait. It is supposed to be negative. Wait, no, that's not supposed to be, because that's the big... Something tells me my integer representations are wrong somewhere. I'm not sure where. But I think something has gone wrong somewhere. Huh, okay. Well, that's not very comforting. Yeah. What are these read as, actually? What does this get parsed as? Or maybe the other way is necessary? Because we want to parse it as a... Okay, wait, hold up. So maybe the parse order for the other thing is correct because of negative numbers. So that lives in expr. Having 3 Neovim panes open at once is a mistake. Anyways. Yeah, pipelining is something. It's pretty cool. I need to learn about pipelining still. So, if that brings back trauma, I will remind you in the description so you can click away from the stream that one day. Okay, this looks correct now. Wow. Oh boy, okay. Please, work. Come on now, it can't be that difficult. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay. Forgot about negative numbers, lol. Okay, make test. Yeah, I should pass that test now. Okay, so now something's wrong with our lowering. So let's give it call chain again. Why does that fail? Why is it out of range? What goes wrong with this? Okay. Let's... Let's see. Okay, let's get the whole backtrace. So we're visiting... What are we visiting? Oh, we're in resolve basic block edges. Okay, so something is not getting mapped. Is it the return block? Is that what we're missing? That might be what we're forgetting about, actually. So this is out of range. So 2 MIR at 128. So here, huh? I think that means we're forgetting to map the return block, right? So basic block IDs is missing a 0. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I forgot to do that. That makes complete sense. Yeah, okay. Obviously that won't work then. Okay, so that means this is wrong. Which is really annoying. Because that means we can't just use, like, our little helper function for this. What's up, J-Bo fan? That's such a good username. I love that. Oh man, that's so goated. Let's see. Resolve basic block edges. I don't think we ever make the return block, actually, now that... Wait, do we even make it? No, we don't. Okay, we should put that at the top of resolve basic block edges. Yeah, and then aside from that, we want to... what did we want to do? We wanted to make return block. Which is like gonna be fine. We deleted the references. Okay, we're gonna do this by hand. Okay, so we want to let's see. Let's do this from scratch. Make unique terminator return. We need to make a load as well. So I'm gonna do a load. We don't care about that header. So we want to load from wait. Wait a second. Hold up. How do we do this? How do we do this again? Where did this go? Where did the damn function go? Okay, it's like here. Okay, so we have ret allocate. Yeah, so we can just do that, I think. I forget what goes into an instruction, so we're gonna have to look at this again. Or it goes into a load. Oh, we need to load a type? What the fuck is the type? What is the function type? Do we make it local at all? No? Okay. That's fine. Okay, let's just make another helper and call it a day then, just to clean it up. Make return block, I guess? Or I guess... What do we even call this helper? Okay, we can just do make return bb. Yeah, we'll call it that. And then this goes like here. Yeah, we can do that. And then we may as well give it the type. So mir or middle end mir type. We'll do that. Sorry, I look back at the chat for like 2 seconds. I see MATLAB. I'm immediately looking back away from the chat. All jokes aside, that seems like I should like read this more closely. Numerical analysis in Python. That seems interesting. DBs should be fun. Hopefully it has projects. I heard that our databases class is going projectless next quarter because like just to like reduce the amount of like AI cheating. So that's like, it is like unfortunate. I'm not sure if it's worth taking for me at that point. If your class has projects, I think you should definitely take it though. I think you will learn a lot from it. But project list for me is a little bit unfortunate at least. Okay, so this should take type. I'll name it that. What's up, Brooke? I am a CS major. Or I guess a CS master's student, if that's any more specifying. Okay, let's put this here. And then we want MIR type, turn type. Okay, we should do this here. And then we can figure that out in a second. DBs don't get my fancy, that's fair then, yeah. I think like very minimal real world applications. Yeah, like what's a good example of that? Maybe I don't know, like history of computing. I don't know. That would be a fire class, by the way. Someone should unironically make like history classes about computer science. I've always like, oh my god, if our computer science department offered a class that was like the history of like PL stuff, and like it didn't even like have any coding in it, if it was just walking through like just like important people, important languages, just for a quarter, I think I would take that in a heartbeat. I would like, oh my god, I would pay tuition for, okay, maybe I wouldn't pay tuition for an extra quarter for it, but maybe I would like sneak into the class, you know? Like that might be something I do, but I don't know. Parallel or compiler design. I feel like parallel is probably, generally speaking, gonna be more applicable. I would probably pick that personally, as much as I want to recommend compilers. I think you can get most of the compiler learning just through like independent work. Majoring something related to compilers? Yes. I am a CS major. I'm majoring in computer science. All of my research stuff and my thesis work is also very compiler heavy. So, yeah. In that sense, I think like, I guess yes, I am. I am majoring in something related to compilers. Survey of computer science. That would be a really fire class. I want to take that. I would want to take a class like that. Yeah, I think parallel computing is just generally speaking a pretty good area to like look at. I think like it's increasingly relevant. You're more likely to get direct use out of it. I think it's worth it. And like the opportunity for research is also like really nice. So I mean, I think there is nothing to complain about there. Cryptography, ooh. Yeah, that does seem like a lot of fun. I like learned a little bit of cryptography, but it was in like APCSP of all places. So I haven't taken like a proper class on it. The classes here on it are very theoretical. It's fun as Star Wars ringtone. That is fire. Okay, is this a thing I can do? Std move load. Std move ret. Is this a thing that exists? This needs to be a list, I think, right? Is this a thing that I can do? Oh my god, that's a thing. Why is this a thing? Why am I allowed to use an initializer list in this way? That is so cursed. That is so ugly. I hate this. Anyway, let's see if this works. Actually, we wouldn't even be using this, I think. So then we want to do this. Yeah, that's so real. We can do this. What if instead of doing this, I just did this? And then instead of that, we did ret. Oh, okay. That would have been so funny if that worked, though. It would have been really funny if I could have inline initializer listed that. Okay, so we can do this. Yeah, so then we make that. And then basic block IDs at 0 equals basic block get. So that should be all we need now. And then we call that there, which is good. Oh man, okay. It appears we cannot do that, by the way. It looks like we cannot do that. Okay, I guess that doesn't work then. Okay, I guess we can't do this ugly thing. Thank goodness. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. My soul is a little bit more at peace now after doing that. Let's try that again. There we go. So now if we try to do the thing... Okay, so now just segfaults. Why the fuck does it segfault? It segfaults in the hash table? What? Oh wait. Why is this doing this? Wait, this doesn't... Okay. So we're looking at the return, which is the thing that we just... What the fuck? Yeah, this might just be C++ hell, and there's nothing I can do about it. So it's in add use. So this is like... What? What am I doing here? Okay, where's the last place we have 2 MIR? So instruction, unordered map, instruction. I think it's here. So line 363. What? Oh, duh, we did the sequencing wrong. Okay, well sure, fair enough actually. that makes complete sense. Yeah, okay, that is really dumb of me. Does this all look correct? I think so. Let's see if I do this anywhere else. That should be fine. You know what? We'll just find out the hard way if we did it anywhere else. Make return block fix unique putter sequencing related bug. Okay, now if we do this again. Okay, that's progress. We diff that with test regression expected, call chain mir. 0 or 01? Yeah. Oh boy. So something looks very different about the structure of this. Oh, maybe it's 00. Okay, it's definitely not 00. Also taking Phys 2, Algebra this summer. Yeah, that should be fine, I think. But also, like, I don't know, gen eds are like low-key bait if they're STEM, because then like they turn into weedouts, because all the pre-meds take them. Okay, our parser is way slower now as well, which is really scary. Like, substantially slower, and I'm not sure why. Yeah, okay, let's look at this. Let's look at the output of this. What the wait, am I forgetting to store a computation somewhere? I feel like something is going wrong somewhere. Let's compare it to the expected. Is this 01? Yeah, okay, this is definitely 01. But wait, no it's not. Wait, what? What the f- What? Huh. That's really odd. Oh, it was 01. Why couldn't we get rid of the... Whatever. I'll worry about that in a second. Let's look at this closely. 0 MIR. This definitely looks different already. What the fuck? Wow, wait, this already looks very different. Okay, something is wrong here. I'm definitely doing something wrong. What am I doing here? Oh, wait, okay. First of all, we generate the return at a different time. Or the return allocate at a different time. Which is also why it's always 0 here, I guess. What happens if we O1 this? Why is there still an allocate? Oh, wait. What? Wait, what the f... Wait. Something is really off here. Okay, I think I'm just generating code wrong somewhere. Use LLVM? No, my IR just looks a lot like LLVM. Just so I can, just so I have like some sort of a reference. But I'm not using LLVM's framework at all. Fizzle was free? I mean, fair enough, I guess. At least here, all the stem genets are really, really difficult for whatever reason. Huh. Alright, take care, Ezrith. Thanks for showing up. I do not see the book link because it got nuked by YouTube chat, I'm assuming. Yeah, YouTube really does not like people sending links in chat. Oh. The whole book about initialization, that is crazy. Yeah, YouTube chat is just like really strange with that. Yeah, I don't even have like an all messages option here, so like, yeah, it's just rough. It is very unfortunate. Okay, let's see. So anyways, let's look at source, front end. So somewhere in here, I think. What is wrong with this, at least? So we call first. I think we forget to do the addition completely. So if it's... Is that it? Is that seriously it? Okay, all good. Make build. Okay, so now if we do that, illegal instruction, what the f... Okay. Whoa. What did we do? What the fuck? What did we do here? What the fuck? So if it's not assignment, so you make left, everything here is fine, supposedly. So we make a binary op. What am I doing here? Okay, let's just GDB this. So GDB args that run backtrace. Oh, we're unreachabling something. Okay, we're gonna need to handle this differently. TRST something like binary expert AST. Yes, that is correct. Let me pull this up actually on the left side here. Okay, wait, let me flame someone real quick. Sorry. Anyways. Wait. Yeah. So, where was I? AST. Yeah. So we have these expers. And then, yeah. So it has an up, a left, and a right field. What happened to the leak code? I haven't done leak code in a while. It's been like many months since I've last done leak code on stream. Yeah, it has been a while. So what broke here? Why is this broken? Why is it unreachabling? Where is this unreachabling? Does it not help for compiler rules? It does. Like, it still helps with the interview. It's just like, at least I've been kind of relaxed on it because I have an internship for the upcoming summer. So like, recruitment wise, I'm at a bit of a pause. I'll definitely like start picking it up again over the summer though. We'll have to see how much time I have between like the actual internship and like streaming and stuff. But I definitely will need to like pick it up again at some point. Maybe I'll walk through like the NeetCode 150. That might be fun. That actually might be an interesting like little stream arc. That might be fun. Yeah, I mean LeetCode sucks, but it is what it is. Wait, what? What does is assignment return anyway? Compiler also, hopefully yes. At least a C++ dev role. It's at a local trading firm, so it should be a good time. Where did this go? Okay, so is assigned. Wait, this is backwards. Wait, this is literally backwards. Wait, what the f... Am I dumb as bricks? Dear Lord, okay. So these are assignment. So that is assignment. So that should return true. Jesus Christ, what was I doing? Okay, anyways. How did I have the logic backwards? How did I have the other thing backwards, which means I had it correct by accident? Oh my god, what am I typing? Okay, that's so stupid. Asked because I was thinking the same kind of rules. Thank you, that does mean a lot to me. Hopefully all goes well for you as well. I think hardware slash big tech is honestly probably the more realistic place to be looking, and those will still have like weak codey questions. So I think it is still important to work on those at least. Okay, let's try that again. That's not very helpful. What changed? What the fuck changed? Did we generate the load? Oh, we forgot to set for call, right? Is that what happened? Set prevexper. We might have forgotten to do that actually in call exper. I think that might be what's causing it. Yeah, we forget to set it here. That's what happened. I think that's where the bug is. Gotta practice for a LAN game? Hell yeah. Go frag out. Good luck on that as well. Thanks for stopping by. What's up, Mike? Are you a cardio or strength training guy? I have been at the gym doing strength training as of recent. Yeah, it has been slow, consistent progress, but historically I've played sports a lot, specifically like tennis, which is really funny if you look at my username. My parents, or my dad specifically, tried to get me to play golf, and then I was like, I want to play tennis instead. So I played tennis instead. Yeah. Okay, so we need prevexper equals what is prevexper here? Do we set it here as well? Yes, we do. So it's the allocate putter. So we want allocate like that. See this esports spot. Yeah, so as part of our school's esports club, we have a giant server. It's kind of just like 5 different clubs in a big trench coat. We have like Valorant, Overwatch, League, Smash. There's, I think, a couple that I'm like forgetting, but those are like the primary ones that we advertise at least. Historically, I have played a lot of Valorant. Currently, I'm not on the team because, well, school, but I was at one point. It was a lot of fun, but I don't know. It's kind of stressful actually, because, or I guess it's kind of just like an experience just like getting beaten up by everyone else, because like it turns out being at a larger school gets you like a wider variety of potential esports players. So like we just don't have like we just do not have the firepower to keep up with other schools, unfortunately. I used to stream Valorant on Twitch actually, and then, well, I stopped playing I took a break from Valorant, so then I like stopped streaming there. I just haven't really picked it up since, but yeah. Okay, make build. Let's see. I think we set prevexper in all of these as well, right? Yeah, okay. So we just forgot to in call. So now if we do this. Yeah, there we go. That looks much better. That looks more correct. So we store this there. We load. We add 2. We store that in. What the fuck is putter 2? Oh. Wait, we can't be doing this, I think. I'm not sure if this is a thing we can do. Can we store from putter to putter? I guess that doesn't really work. Yeah, the game feels very different, at least, for better or for worse. It's a lot more fun with like friends, I will say. That's kind of the only reason I play nowadays. Yeah, I think chamber nerf is when it like kind of took a turn. Then it came back once they like made like spray like once they made spraying good, and then they cut off Yoru's legs, and then I got really upset. And now they've cut off Neon's legs, so now the Neon mains are upset, and everyone else is really, really happy. I think they could have gone about it a little bit better, but yeah, I don't think just like making Neon mid-air dash strafe speed, just knife speed is, I don't think that's a great solution, but that is what they have decided on. So, I mean, yeah, there's not much you can do about that. Okay. Yeah, people are just like awful, but it is what it is. I think that definitely makes the game a little bit less palatable. This is in call expert. Okay. Let's see. What else do we need to do? I don't think this is something we can do, by the way. I don't think we can do this. Or at least that's not something we're allowed to do here. Yeah, because 0 is the return pointer. Or the return allocate. The return value. So maybe we need to regenerate it in instruction return. This should be get use. Or use prev expert, which didn't exist at the time, so I don't blame myself for that. But I do need to use that there to be correct. Is this even correct? Assign val. Yeah, that doesn't look correct. I think that needs to be that as well. I'm fairly sure that's correct. Why have load and store? It's because I'm making stack variables and then using mem2reg. I wrote a mem2reg pass, so I can use that to create SSA instead of having to deal with it at this point. This just simplifies things. Let's see. Yeah, this looks more correct now. Yeah, and that all functions the same. Okay, so now if we do the big diff again, where did that go? Here? That's not a good sign. I guess there are like some small changes here and there, but it's like, sure. Okay, so if we make test, this should fail some of them just because we construct things a little bit differently. Why are these AST tests so slow though? Oh, that's not good. Okay, we'll need to figure out recursion in a second, but that's fine. Mine just generate SSA while visiting AST. Yeah, that seemed like a lot of work, so I decided to just do it the traditional LLVM way. I play Arc Raiders sometimes. Yeah, that seems like fun-ish. The game I don't really find interesting, but I can imagine it being fun. 10-year-old GPU is very rough though. I think, honestly, we might be getting to a point where it's fine to buy a GPU again. So that might be worth a shot. Okay, I kind of want to compare this test by hand, just to see if it's really borked. So this is what, 0 MIR? Yeah, like this looks fine. We just have like different putters. which is also fine. We just generate things in different places. Wait, this is different. Where the hell do we call 6th? Oh, we do it in the backwards order now. Oh, wait, what? 6th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. And then we call it again? Okay, that's not supposed to happen. What the fuck happened here? Okay, this is fine so far. What the fuck? Okay, let's skip ahead to here. This is fine so far. We can go here. And then things go to shit for some reason. So this is fine, this is fine, this addition is fine. A store is fine. And what the fuck happens here? Why are we calling first again? Or first... Wait. Oh, wait. It's just a parsing order thing. Wait, this is fine then. Right? I forgot we call it again, so that should be fine. And these are the same length, so I'm comfortable saying that these are like the same. .1080 Founder is unopened. Damn. Yeah, that is like a very watershed GPU, I guess, if that's the correct terminology. What's up, Frontend Gamer? Have you seen the Minecraft Aeronautics trailer? I have, someone has sent it to me. I haven't looked at it yet. It seems pretty cool though, at a glance. Okay, so what do I need to fix again? We need to test the Fibonacci test. Something is breaking there. Let's do that. Or we could even just run it with GDB off the rip. Run, y, backtrace. Is that make params? Why is that breaking? What? Okay. AST to MIR line 99. Here? Oh, it's empty. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We should do something about that, I think. Let's see. So maybe we go down here. So we should do this first. And then we should pop back again at the end. Yeah. Managed to get it to work in all elements 10? Nice. Could have sold it for to crypto miner. I mean, like, you probably could, but like, I think it's still nice to just have around. It's pretty cool. Okay, the parser takes way longer now for some reason. Okay, that still breaks. That's really odd. That should not break. Okay, well, sure. Resolve basic block edges. Why is this breaking? Line 142. Again? Are we serious? What the fuck? So it's an empty. Why is it empty? Where do we forget to do something? Basic block IDs at that. So it's the 0 index, I think, is breaking it. Yeah, because it's a vector. Which means we have an empty vector somewhere because we fucked up. Okay, that looks good. How often do you use templates? Very rarely. I should use them more, but I have not used them very frequently. Yeah, this looks like it'll be fine. This all looks like it should be fine, at least. At a glance. This should be fine as well. This all should be fine, at least. So I'm not sure why that's not working. Is there another instance where, like, I need to make more edges? Probably not, right? Let's try to narrow down the test then, I guess. What could be breaking it? Let's do that. Okay, so that works. So is this that's failing? Also, the parser is really slow now, and I'm not sure why. I need to figure that out. I need to figure out why the parser is so slow now. But I'll worry about that some other time. So this is failing. I don't know why I did that. Let's look at the AST. So the while loop has to be causing an issue. I think that is what's happening. So what's this supposed to look like again? For reference. Got me picking 2 more cats? Hell yeah. I want a cat. So the entry block, and then so we complete 1 block. This is the body, and that's the that's like the continue block with the return generated, and then there's the return block. So this has to be something with the while that I'm messing up. This should be correct in theory. This also should be correct in theory. Another branch. That should go back to the con. Yeah, that should be correct. Okay, and then the other con should be that. Yeah, so... This all looks correct at a glance. I don't see why it's broken. That's very concerning. Maybe the return block is wrong? So do all that, that's good. That should be fine. So when we generate the return block, it also should be fine. Right? I probably need to do this like scope bindings thing here anyway, as well, now that I think about it. So we'll just do that for params related reasons. Compiler shit, compiler shit. What's up, Panda? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm still just working, I guess. Nothing really new is happening, except now I am debugging instead of porting stuff by hand. I don't think that changed anything, but we'll see if it did. Anything interesting. What if we make the return block later, by the way? I don't care enough. So why is this breaking then? That's arbs. So let's go to line 142. So it's here. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Thank you. It was very nice. I went to a conference, or I don't know what you even call it. I guess we could call it a conference. But I presented a poster about my research. It was nice. And listened to a lot of smart people talk. What step of the project are you on right now? I'm working on the front end right now. Right now I'm kind of just doing a big rewrite to simplify logic. What was Matt Godbolt's talk about? It was about like optimizing a program. Kind of just like his day job. Smart people that talk includes you? Hell no. I put some stuff on a poster and I was like, this is research, and people asked me about it and I was like, yeah. Very descriptive, I know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't give myself a lot of credit on that, at least. Related to compiler? Yes. Actually, I could probably show my poster on stream. Let's see, where did I post it? Yeah. Poster. Lovely poster. So, my research, I guess I'll just do a little research presentation. So the stuff I've been doing has been about like comparing the code quality between like Rust and C programs. So if you look at like the compiler pipeline for Rust and C, they all go through LLVM. So yes, this is basically going to be my master's thesis. So if you look at like the C pipeline, if you look at like Clang, we go from like C down to like LLVM IR, which is like the optimizer language, and then this goes to like some sort of assembly. If you look at what Rust does, however, we start with Rust, and then we go to like, ironically, it has an IR called HIR, and then it goes to another IR called, well, MIR. I promise this is completely independent from my thing, and then that turns into LLVM IR. So what happens here is we have two very different languages, and they reuse like the same core optimizer. And that's a problem because, well, if you look at the Rust language, it encodes a lot of other information. Like it encodes stuff about mutability or like shareability, or like the number of references alive at one point. And it also it has like, it encodes information about like what you can do with certain types, for instance, or these sorts of guarantees at least. And that helps with a lot of, I guess that gives a lot of information that we can use for like code analyses, but we don't really use it because a lot of this stuff only exists in Rust, but it doesn't really exist in LLVM at least. Can it go from Rust to LLVM IR? Yes, that is the way that it is done, at least canonically. It has like these extra steps. This one's for like type checking, this one's for like borrow checking, or something in that order. There's some like local optimizations that happen here as well. But yeah, bottom line, they all go to LLVM IR. So my research work is about like whether they generate different code or not. And the answer is yes, they do in fact generate very different code. So the LLVM IR that Rust generates has a very much greater opcode variety. It uses more types, and it uses more attributes as well, which are like compiler hints. So like this function is inlineable, or like this is a range from some value to another value. All those sorts of compiler hints, those are attributes, and Rust generates a larger variety of them. So Rust tries to at least utilize the IR better because of that information, but there are still like these sorts of constructs that are lost. But in a sense, they also still show up anyway, just through the structure of this IR. So this gets into like diffuse graphs. So a diffuse graph is, I guess, a graph. You have a variable definition, and it has edges to all of its uses. So here we have like C equals A plus B. So the C node has an edge with A and an edge with B. D has an edge with B and with C, and then E has an edge with A, as per that. So looking at the graphs, they are much, much larger in Rust. and they also have larger tree width and substantially higher path width, which lets us do some interesting things. But then you look at the code performance, and it does not really change. Or at least it changes, but not in any like conclusive direction. So we don't really utilize all of that information, at least to the best that we can. So then there's like two other things that I'm like working on right now. Those are kind of just like my current research work. Yeah, that's kind of the big poster presentation. Bottom line, Rust code looks very different from C code. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, good poster. I think it was a good poster, at least. You're free to disagree. If you want me to like re-explain anything, like feel free to ask, and I can give it another shot. Anyways, what error are you getting right now? We have an out of bounds here. I think it's because of the 0. I'm fairly certain it's because of the 0. I'm not encoding something somewhere, and something is going wrong. What is T? T is the terminator. The terminator. Anyway. So basic block edges, I think. Yeah, ClangIR is really cool. It seems really cool. I would like to. That's something I want to work on in the future, actually. Yeah, language-specific IR stuff is good, but we can do more. We can definitely do more with it. There is a very large performance difference in some instances, and we could get it to a point where I honestly think we could get it to a point where Rust is better. What would doing n not equals 0 do? It would probably not parse. Yeah, it would probably not parse because I do not have that implemented yet. So, yippee. Again, the error is not in like this stuff on the right, by the way. Just to be clear, it's in my lowering. It's in my compiler, because this worked before. What if we just simplified this? What if we just even like made a simpler test? Well, let's make foo.c again. So let's give this just foo.c instead. Oh, right. We don't want to run GDB. There we go. Okay. So that fails. This should not fail. Why does this fail? So I think it's something to do with our while loop, at least. We're generating something wrong. Or maybe we're forgetting to encode something. Wait a second. Prev to cond. Sure. Was compilers your first interest? I tried doing some ML stuff. I tried doing some web dev stuff. It was much less interesting. To me, at least. Yeah, I'm still here. I plan on streaming as close to the full 2 hours as possible today. But yeah, I did try like some web dev stuff, and it went all right. I didn't really find it enjoyable. I think this is a lot closer to the stuff I want to do. Let's see. What could be wrong with this, at least? Is there any shape or form a day where you have an 8-hour stream? Probably not. I don't think that would fit well in my schedule. I think I don't know what I would do for 8 hours. And I would definitely get sidetracked by like the second hour. So I don't think that's gonna happen, but there might be a chance. I plan on doing a cooking stream at some point with a couple friends. So that might be a fun change of pace. Hopefully that will be fun. Why is this broken though? What type is this? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is borked. Debugger, I could, but I'm lazy. I don't want to read through the debugger. I think it's less miserable to stare at this like this. Wait. Wait a second. Wait. Yeah, wait, this doesn't make sense. So this goes back to cond, which is fine. You move Brave branch, but you have the pointer? Yes, because I save it before moving. So if the cond is true, then we go to body, which is correct. Wait. So I do need to save that. Makes unique? Yes, but I get the pointer from the unique pointer. So this is the raw pointer inside the unique pointer. Then I move the unique pointer, but that raw pointer still is fine. This doesn't make sense. So this closes like the previous set of instructions. And then we map that edge to the next block, which makes sense. So this should be correct. I don't think that should be wrong, at least. So we make the condition. When we make this. So then this edge is the true edge. This should be fine. I don't see why this is breaking. Maybe we should just print some stuff at this point, I think. Oh my god, what did I just do? Caps lock. Oh, wait. Wait, yeah. You might be right. Good catch. Where does that live? Yeah, that's a very good catch, yeah. Wow. Alright, thank you for debugging that. I think that should be it then. That should be the correct thing. Huzzah, okay. Why is that failing again? Okay, we'll worry about that in a second. Okay, but this all runs at least now. Jesus Christ. Okay, so like sure, the variables are different, like whatever. Okay, and then this silent fails. Oh, right, we commented that. I see. That's why that's off. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, I'm struggling here. Okay, so then here, fix scope bindings. Fix scope bindings, use prev expr, and fix body branch footer. Yeah, good catch. Thank you for spotting that. I would have struggled. I did struggle, actually. Okay, make build. Let's run that like this. I still don't know why parsing is so slow, though. I feel like it shouldn't be this slow. Regression, that's my regression test directory. This is a regression test runner, I guess. Okay, so something segfault's there. We'll worry about that in a second. For now, let's look through this real quick. I think this is all correct, but I want to look at this pile. Yeah, there's a lot of output to look at. I guess we can't look at all of it. That's just great. I guarantee it's just like some numbers are swapped around though. And as long as like the sequencing is fine, it's fine. Profiling? I'm not sure where you got profiling from. Is this sequencing correct? I guess these are all stores. Well, we'll find out the hard way if this is correct at least. I guess as long as the O1 tests are the same, right? That should be fine. Why is this crashing though? What the fuck happened here? Okay, we just commute these differently, that's fine. Do you like hot sauce? Some of it. It's all very dependent. Wait, what? Okay, wait, something is wrong here, I think. What's the max spice level you can handle? I don't know. I think I'm relatively bad, at least for an Asian, at least. Are you doing math? No. I'm staring at code right now. Or at least staring at failing tests and trying to figure out why they're wrong. Solve that, sure. Maybe these just commute differently and that's fine. This looks like it's fine at least. How much would it take someone to pay you to eat a Carolina Reaper? I don't know actually. I haven't thought about that. I'm not gonna open the door to that or commit to a number yet for hopefully obvious reasons. Yeah, I would not like to do that anytime soon. Yeah, maybe I should recommute these expressions real quick. Or maybe it's in to MIR? Maybe I did the order there wrong. How long did it take you to be able to read assembly this good? Pretty much this whole series, I think. Yeah, it's been a lot of assemblies to stare at. Hot sauce people. I could try to convince them, but I don't think they would enjoy that. So maybe that might not happen, but never saying never. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we compute these in the other direction. That's very interesting. I think maybe we do want to compute the left first, now that I think about it. Alright. Yeah, the preprocessor is very light. It's not a lot of preprocessor stuff. Yeah, what is the correct sequencing for this anyway? C binary op. Associated. order of evaluation. This is interesting. This is what I need to care about here, at least. Okay, sure. I guess once we implement these, we're gonna want to do left to right. Right. Oh man. Oh man, I don't want to do this. Let's look at this Microsoft article instead. Parsing algorithm, whatever the hell the parser generator uses. I don't know beyond that though. Okay, wait, so yeah, it is just like, that's so stupid. We'll just assume that is correct. I think it's probably fine to do it this way. But probably not, right? Because once we have like short circuiting, we're gonna want to do things differently. Right? Yeah, we should do... wait. Maybe we just handle that case separately and call that a day. Yeah, how do we want to do this? I guess we'll worry about that once we get there, but for now, maybe we should do left to right. Just hackily, just to make sure that this is like kind of reasonable. Let's... We'll just do something really stupid here. We'll just do that. I guess prev buff equals that. And then what we can do is we can prev expr equals prev buff. I think this will fix a bunch of tests, but we'll see what happens. There's a game that makes you good in C. Interesting. How much time are you able to study every day? I try to do 2 hours a stream. That's kind of all I do. Beyond that, it's very day to day. Will this fix the tests? No, it will not. Okay, well that's fine, I guess. Oh, wait. No, it does. Oh, wait. What the fuck? So now we're missing fees as well. That's really odd. God damn it. That is really strange. Well, we'll worry about that in a second. For now, let's just not do this the hacky way. Yeah, I have a little bit of combine stuff. It's just constant folding though. It's nothing too special. Oh man, where am I? Okay. Okay, so let's figure out the parsing test, or why that's failing. If WSL is gonna cooperate with me, WSL, please, please, I need this. Come on now, stop hanging. There we go. Build, source, Control Q. I mean, it was just WSL was just lagging. Let's go test, regression input. What were we looking at? Parsing. Okay. Maybe I should just val grind this instead. Let's see. Return set value. Oh, did I forget to handle default main behavior? Let's see, what was this test again? Yeah, okay. I forgot to do this, I think. Oh man, okay. Let's check what I did before for this. So I definitely had something. Front end, I think it was in here maybe? Yeah, okay, here we go. Add return if missing. We needed to do this anyways, so we just gotta handle that case differently than I guess for main. Let's see, where do we do this again? This is in the front end. I'm forgetting where everything is. This is going great. Close maybe? Where do we do this? Ah, here we are. Okay, so we do this. So name, if that equals main, let's see. Not even C++, just C. Wait, where was... Calling main recursively? Wait, that's a thing? You can do that? Wait, that's crazy. Have you ever written a program that calls main recursively? Like that would be so crazy. That's so funny. Wow. Okay. Obfuscated C code competition that does that. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do with this? Let's do that. So we can make 0. So then store. So this should be. Let's actually just yoink this. Instead of allocate, this should be ret allocate. Or maybe we should do this on regardless of that, actually. Yeah, so we should do that. Yeah, so we just, yeah, okay. So if it's main, then we just store that. What's up, is? I am writing a compiler from C to x86-64. Right now, I'm rewriting my compiler frontend to skip, I guess, some unnecessary work that I encoded in previously. Okay, this all looks about right. This should stop segfaulting now as well, I think. Okay, that's fine. That's exactly what we expected. Okay, let's go back to running all the tests. I still don't know why the parser is so slow now. That scares me a lot, actually, but we'll have to figure that out at some other time. These will all fail, but that's fine. They will fail for very creative reasons. But if we survive this, then like that's all good. Oh man, we crash again. Okay. Oh boy. Wait, what? Wait, what the f- That should... Where the... What? Okay, I'm confused. Oh, it's just memtraj. Come on now. It shouldn't be that slow. Okay. Wait. So what if we do this now? Okay, so that's segfaults. Let's just Valgrind at this point. I'm lazy. Okay, so we have a null pointer somewhere. That's not ideal. I don't know about you, but I think that's very not ideal. Maybe we'll just GDB backtrace. Okay. So this is in basic block 2 string. What the fuck? Oh, come on. Okay. Let's see. Where is this happening? MIR line 186. What? Does it have a null value? How? Like, literally how? Holy shit. Man. I don't know. I'll worry about this next time. Let's... Commit. This is main default return. Okay. Alright. I think that's a pretty good place to call it today. Thank you all for showing up today. Like the stream, sub if you haven't. Join the Discord, it's in the description. Everyone there is chill. You should join if you haven't. My GitHub sponsors is also there if you wish to support me financially. And yeah, my GitHub and my LinkedIn are there. Feel free to add me as well. I think I've run out of self-promotion, so yeah, I'm gonna go eat more food and enjoy the rest of my evening. Take care, y'all. Take it easy, and I will see you all tomorrow. And hopefully we can get this debugged tomorrow as well.